Alright, hello guys. So, ito yung continuation ng discussion natin on the time value of money. That is your effective interest method of amortization. Saan nga ba natin ina-apply itong si effective interest method, sir? Itong si effective interest method, ma-encounter nyo yan when you are accounting for, number 1, long-term receivable, such as notes receivable and loans receivable, accounting for debt investments classified as fair value, other comprehensive income, and amortized costs. Number 3, accounting for long-term notes, loans, and bonds payable. Okay? Then, finance lease. And, include na rin natin yung mga iba pang topics na may element na rin ng time value of money. Okay? Kumbaga, si effective interest method, may encounter nyo yan kay accounting. Okay? Sige. Saan ba ginagamit si effective interest method? Actually, required yan ng standard natin. PFRS 9 states that we shall use the effective interest method in amortizing the discounts or premiums on long-term notes or bonds. Now, under the effective interest method, there are two types of interest: nominal interest and effective interest. Ano ba ang pinagkaiba ng dalawang ito? Pag si nominal interest rate pinag-uusapan natin, meaning ito yung interest rate na makikita nyo sa promissory note or sa bond certificate. Okay? Also, nominal interest rate is also known as the agreed interest rate. Yan yung pinag-usapan na interest rate ng dalawang parties. Gets natin? Okay. Next, sa effective interest rate naman, siya yung tinatawag na yield rate or market rate. Siya yung nagre-representa ng tinatawag nating true interest rate. Okay? Ang effective interest rate, ang true interest rate natin. Nominal rate, that's the agreed interest rate. Gets? Okay. And also, sa effective interest rate, siya yung interest rate na ginagamit na pang-discount ng mga future cash flows natin. When we say discount, we are excluding or removing the interest imputed in an amount. So, yung mga interest rate na nakita nyo sa lecture natin on the time value of money, mga effective interest rate ang tawag doon. So, kindly take note of that. Next, saan ba ginagamit itong si nominal interest at si effective interest? Saan ba natin yan ginagamit? Itong si nominal interest rate, ginagamit yan sa pang-compute ng interest received or interest paid. Formula, outstanding face times stated interest rate. Masanay kayo sa tinatawag na nating stated interest rate ang nominal interest rate. Iisa lang naman ang ibig kong sabihin dyan. Okay? Ayan. That's for the interest received or paid. For the effective interest rate, ginagamit naman yan for the computation of interest income, okay, or interest expense. Paano natin yan kukumputin? That is, carrying value of the bond or note times effective interest rate. So, pakitandaan ang mga formulas natin kasi gagamitin natin yan later on. Next, how do we determine whether the bond, singit ko lang, or note is issued at a discount or premium? Si note or bond can be issued at a discount or premium. Paano natin malalaman kung may issue siya at discount or premium? Compare nyo lang yung stated at yung effective rate. Sa discount, if the note or bond is issued at a discount, ibig sabihin yan, mas malaki yung effective rate kesa sa nominal or stated rate natin. Okay? Kasi ang effective rate, siya nga yung magdi-discount, di ba? Siya yung magtatanggal ng interest na nakapaloob sa amount. Then, magkakaroon ng premium if mas mataas ang stated rate kesa sa effective rate. So, pakitandaan ang rule natin sa discount. Okay? Stated rate will be less than the effective interest rate, while the premium will be, stated rate will be higher than the effective interest rate. Ayos? Okay. So, ito, puro ano na tayo, examples hanggang sa dulo to. No? Makakakita kayo ng iba-ibang scenarios dito sa, ano natin, effective interest method of amortization. Okay. So, for problem 1.1, let's say the date of issuance of the note is January 1, 2020. Principal amount is 1 million. Stated rate, take note, 0%. Effective rate is 12%. The term is 3 years. Interest payment date, wala. Bakit wala? Kasi 0% interest. So, etong problem natin, this is known as non-interest bearing scenario. Okay? Non-interest bearing siya. So, pag sinabi nating non-interest bearing, meaning 0% ang stated rate niya. So, we are asked to compute for the present value of this on January 1, 2020. Okay. Now, since the term of the note is 3 years, meaning neto, one time, big time lang siya. Isahang bayaran lang ng principal amount. Okay? O, gagamitin natin yung knowledge natin sa time value of money. Ano ang scenario neto? Is it an annuity or a single payment? Answer, single payment. So, how do you compute for the present value? Wala, hindi tayo gagamit ng time chart dito kasi fully utilize ang time chart natin sa previous lecture video. Ngayon, i-imagine natin ito. Okay? Since principal amount will be paid after 3 years, yung buong 1 million na yan, imumultiply natin ng present value factor. Alright? Sige. Now, magkano yung present value factor? Gamitan natin ng effective interest rate. So, input natin sa calculator 1.12, press the division sign 2 times. Kasi ipe-present value natin siya. So, 3 periods, no? 1, 2, 3. So, magkano dapat? 0.7118. So, magkano ang present value ng scenario na to? No? Magkano yung present value ng instrument dito? That would be 711,800. So, yan ang sagot natin for this item. Present value, January 1, 2020. Ayos? Ayan. So, 3 years, no? Kaya 3 periods tayo. Next. Prepare the amortization schedule. Ayan na. So, ano ba ang laman ng amortization schedule? In the case of non-interest bearing note or bond, ito lang ang laman niya. 3 columns. Date, interest, and carrying amount. Okay. Yung date natin, magsisimula tayo sa January 1, 2020. Magkano yung initial carrying amount natin kanina? That is 711,800. Okay? Tama ba? Balikan natin na. 711,800. Ayan. Now, i-utilize natin. Utilize na natin. Year 2020. Magkano sa tingin nyo ang interest? Sir, 0. Kasi 0% naman yung interest. Answer is wrong. Why? Kahit non-interest bearing yan, guys. Ang ibig lang sabihin ng non-interest bearing, wala ka nang babayarang interest. Pero, in accounting purposes, palaging ang assumption natin may interest siya. Di ba? Kaya, yung interest dito, it will be computed using effective interest method. CV times effective interest rate. Alright? So, from January 1 to December 31, that is how many months? 12 months. So, sundan nyo ako. 711,800 times effective rate of 12% times 12 over 12. Magkano siya? 85,416. Ayan. Now, since na-earn mo na yung interest on that time, i-add na natin yan sa carrying amount natin. Kasi ang goal natin is pa-equally natin siya ng 1 million by the time na babayaran na siya or magmamature. Okay? So, magiging 797,216 ito. Next, December 31, 2021. Computin ulit interest. Since compounding ang concept talaga ng time value of money, compound natin siya. Ang magiging basihan ng interest mo this time is 797,216 times 12% times 12 months pa rin. Okay? Magkano yan? 95,666. Yan na lang. Okay? Then, i-add ulit natin yan sa carrying amount natin. Magkano na? 892,882. Okay? Then, eto na. Usually, pagdating natin sa dulo, guys, no? Yung carrying amount natin should be equal to 1 million. So, ang gagawin na lang is isi-squeeze out na lang natin yung interest on that time, no? Okay lang yan, no? Kasi may may rounding off difference tayo. So, magkano na lang? 107,118. Clear? Now, etong mga interest na nakikita nyo, guys, no? Si 85,416, si 95,666, at si 107,118. Makikita nyo yan sa libro ni lender at ni borrower. Ay, ano ba yan? Okay. Sa libro ni lender, yung mga interest na yan, that is an interest income. Sa borrower naman, interest expense yan. Diba? Natatandaan niyo yung discussion natin doon sa comparison ng nominal at ng effective rate. Yan yung computation ng mga interest income and interest expense. Klaro? Ayan. No journal entry, no? Kasi tayo, nasa time value of money tayo, no? Wala tayong specific, kumbaga, hindi tayo naka-specific sa discussion ng long-term receivable, long-term notes, bonds, etc. No? No journal entry. Sa mga specific topics na lang yon. Okay? Pero ito yung scenario ng amortization. Clear? Okay. Next. Another example tayo. Take note. Date of issuance, January 1, 2020. Principal amount is 1 million. Stated rate, meron na. 10%. Effective rate is 12%. Term of the bond or note is 3 years. Interest payment date, annual naman pala. Okay. Present value tayo. Now, since may stated interest rate na siya, guys, every period within 3 years, may babayaran na interest dito. No? May babayarang interest for 3 years. Pero yung principal amount mo, babayaran after 3 years. Therefore, dalawang beses tayo magko-compute ng present value. Present value of the principal amount plus present value of interest natin. Clear? Okay. Principal muna. Isa-isa lang. Magkano principal mo? 1 million times present value factor natin. Ano yung present value factor? 1.12. Press your division sign 2 times 3 periods. 1, 2, 3. Magkano yan? 0.7118. Tama? Okay. Next. Mamaya na yan. Mamaya na natin ituloy. For the present value of your interest, ganito gagawin natin. Computein mo yung annual interest. 1 million times your nominal rate, which is 10%. Diba? Times present value factor. Ulitin ko yung principal amount, single payment lang yan. Pero pagdating sa interest mo, annuity siya. Kumbaga, hinahalo na natin yung mga concepts ng time value of money dito. Okay? Sige. Tuloy natin. What will be the present value factor? Ordinary annuity or annuity due? Answer, ordinary annuity. Paano nalaman? December 31. Di ba January 1 pa lang tayo ngayon? At the end of the period. So, it's an ordinary annuity. So, yung na-produce nating present value factor kanina, gawin yung negative, plus 1 divided by 0.12. So, magkano yan? 2.4018. Present value of the principal amount, 0.7118. Plus, present value of interest, that is 1 million times 10% times 2.4018. So, magkano yung present value niya as of January 1, 2020? Add nyo lang. That is 951,980. Gets? Okay. Yan yun. Yan ang sagot natin, 951,980. Di ba para tayo nagko-compute ulit ng present value. Yun nga lang, naghahalo-halo na. Di ba? Okay. Next. The same problem, pero pinapaprepare tayo amortization schedule. In this case, ganyan na ang magiging mukha ng amortization schedule natin. We have a column for date, interest received or paid, true interest, amortization, carrying value. Now, focus tayo sa amortization. Ano i-amortize natin? Is it a discount or premium? Anong sabi ko kanina? Compare nyo lang yung stated rate at effective rate, di ba? Kapag mas mataas ang effective rate, meron tayong discount. Tama naman, di ba? Kasi 1 million yung principal amount, pero yung present value niya is less than 100,000, kaya may discount tayo. So, yung i-amortize natin dito is a discount. Okay? January 1, 2020. Magkano carrying amount natin on that date? 951,980. Okay? Then, come December 31, 2020, magkano yung interest received or paid? Alam niyo yan dapat. That is, outstanding face times stated interest rate. For the true interest, CV times effective interest rate. Okay? 1 million times 10%, 100,000. Next, 951,980 times 12%. Magkano to? 114,238. Okay, how do you compute for the discount amortization? The difference between the interest received or paid and true interest. Magkano discount amortization natin? 14,238. Anong effect ng discount amortization sa carrying amount? Papataasin niya. Kasi, take note, kailangan natin i-equalize yan sa principal amount nating 1 million at the end of 3 years. So, that will be 951,980 plus 14,238. Magkano yan? 966,218. Okay? Ayan. Next one, December 31, 2021. Interest received or paid, the same amount, 100,000. True interest, 966,218 times 12%. 115,946. Discount amortization, 15,946. Alright. So, magkano na ang iyong carrying amount? So, add ulit. 966,218 plus 15,946. 982,164. Then, at the end, interest received or paid, still 100,000. Agreed yan eh. Pero pagdating dito guys, no, 1 million na dapat to. So, magkano dapat yung amortization? 17,836. So, squeeze out nyo na lang. Squeeze out nyo na lang. Magkano kaya yung true interest? Pag ang instrument mo ay na-issue at i-discount, meaning malaki yung effective interest rate, di ba? So, kapag discount yan, normally mas mataas palagi ang true interest mo. Mas mataas palagi. So, magkano? That is 117,836. Okay? Tatandaan nyo ha, kapag nag-issue ka ng note or ng bond at a discount, ang true interest mo ay mas mataas talaga sa binayaran mo. Clear? Okay. Tapos na. That's your discount. This time, another. Premium naman. Oh, the same, pero stated rate mo ay 15% na, effective rate is 10%. 3 years pa rin, interest payment date, annual. Okay. Alam nyo na to guys. Present value of principal plus present value of interest. Okay. Principal amount is 1 million, ano? Times present value factor. Then, for the present value of interest, that will be face amount times the stated rate of 15% times present value factor using your effective interest rate. Para makompute natin ang present value January 1, 2020. Oh, let's compute by using effective rate of 10%. 1.10, 3 years to 3. So, dapat 0.7513. Okay? Then, gawin nyo siyang negative number plus 1 divided by 0.10. 2.4869. O, di ba? Medyo mabilis tayo kasi na ano na tayo eh, na nahasa na natin yung ganyan skills sa time value of money. So, magkano ang present value nung principal amount niya? 751,300 plus 1 million times 15% times 2.4869. 373.35. Okay. Magkano ang present value? 751,300 plus 373.35. Magkano? 1,124,335. Klaro? Okay. Ito lang tatandaan nyo dito sa effective interest method natin. Discount premium. Sa discount, stated rate is lower than the effective rate. Sa premium, stated rate is higher than effective rate. Tama naman, mas malaki si stated interest rate. Pag nagkaroon kasi ng discount, okay, face amount will be baliktad. Face amount will be higher than the present value. Okay? Then sa premium naman, face amount will be less than the present value. Okay? Gets nyo ha? Diba nakita nyo naman siya sa discount kanina, tapos dito sa premium, mas mataas yung present value kaysa sa face amount. Clear? Pag discount naman, nominal interest, okay, will be less than your effective interest rate. Then, kapag premium ka, nominal interest mo mas malaki na sa effective interest mo. So, yan ang mga rules natin, guys, no? Kindly take note of that. Yan ang rules natin. Next, prepare the schedule. amortization schedule. Yan pa rin naman laman niya. So, let's start with January 1, 2020. Magkano carrying amount natin? 1,124,335. Recheck natin. Tama. Okay. Next. Come December 31, 2020. Magkano ang interest received or paid? 150,000. True interest. That is 112,434. O, di ba? Mas malaki yung nominal interest kaysa sa true interest. Sinasabi ko sa inyo yan eh, no? O, magkano ang ating amortization? Kunin nyo lang difference. Kaya yan. 37,556. Ano ina-amortize natin? Premium. Dapat alam nyo kung ano i-amortize kasi may bearing yan kung ano magiging effect sa carrying amount kasi. Klaro? Okay. Tandaan nyo ang principal amount natin or face amount 1 million. Ang present value mas mataas. Therefore, kailangan mong pababain yan. So, ang effect ng premium amortization sa carrying value is minus. So, magiging 1,086,769 siya. Okay? Sige. Next. December 31, 2021. The same procedures tayo, guys. Interest received or paid, yun pa rin. Face amount times your stated rate, 150,000. True interest, 10% of your carrying amount, that is 108,769. $6,700 pala. Nakakaduling. Wait nga lang. Naduling ako sa take two tayo. Magkano yan? 108,677. Ayun. 677 pala. Okay. So, magkano ang premium amortization? Difference? 41,323. Effect? Minus. 1,045,446. Then last one, interest received or paid, still 150,000 yan. For the true interest, guys, no, i-squeeze out na lang natin kasi kailangan natin gawing 1 million sa dulo yan. So magkano ang amortization? That is difference lang, that is 45,446. Kapag premium, anong sabi ko? Mas mataas naman palagi ang nominal interest. Therefore, ima-minus lang natin yung premium amortization sa interest received or paid. That is, magkano? 104,554. Clear? Okay? Ayan. So, ito lang tatandaan nyo, no? Pag gusto nyong computein yung effective interest. Nominal interest plus discount amortization or minus ka lang ng premium amortization. And makukuha mo yung true interest. Klaro? Okay. And, ano pa? Si discount amortization, anong effect niya sa CV? Add sa CV. Ang effect naman ng premium amortization, minus sa CV. O, diba? Lahat ng rules, pakisulat na lang, guys. No? O, next. Next illustrative problem. Ano sa tingin nyo pinagkaiba? Same. Ito. Interest payment date is every June 30 and December 31. So, pagka ganyan, meaning semi-annual ang interest payment mo. Naalala nyo yung nasa time value of money natin, yung dinedetermine natin yung compounding periods at yung interest rate per period. Yun pa rin yun. Oo, in-apply lang natin sa problem. So, dahil semi-annual to guys, okay, stated interest rate mo, paki-divide by 2. Magkano yan? 7.50%. Effective interest rate, divide it by 2, 5%. Term of the note, times 2. So, magiging 6 periods. Ayun ang nakakainis dito dahil dumami yung periods mo. Tama? Ayan. Compute natin ang present value using this problem. Okay. So, the present value of the principal plus present value of interest. How much is the principal amount? 1 million times present value factor. Then, for the present value of interest, 1 million times 7.50% times present value factor. Okay. Sige. Compute natin yung present value factor. Ano gagamitin natin, sir? 10%, 5%? 5%. Okay? Pero 6 periods ang pipindutin natin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magkano? 0.7462. Then, for the present value of your interest, gawin nyo lang siya negative plus 1 divided by 0.05. Magkano yan? 5.076. Teka. 507.6. Yan na lang. Nakakalito rin tignan yung calculator, no? 5.076. Okay. So, 1 million times 0.7462 plus present value of interest times 5.076. So, magkano to? 1,126,900. Nakuha ba? Okay, premium pa rin kasi mas mataas pa rin yung stated rate eh. Okay? So, 1,126,900. Oh, the same problem. Nausog ko lang yan para magkasya yung mahabang amortization schedule natin. Pagka ganyan guys, no, dumami kasi yung number of periods natin. So, ganito mangyayari. January 1, 2020, carrying amount mo is 1,126,900. Instead na December 31 ka kagad, dadaan ka June 30. Oh, magkano yung interest na na-receive or babayaran natin dito? That is 1 million times 0.075, 75,000 time versus sa true interest natin 1,126,900 times 0.05. 0.05 interest tayo, semi-annual. 56,345. So magkano ang premium amortization natin? 18,655. Ano effect sa carry amount? Minus 11,08245. Then December 31, 2020. So another 75,000. How much is the true interest times 0.05? 55,412. Premium amortization nyo 19,588. Effect minus. Very good. Okay, nakuha. So, pag tinanong tayo, magkano yung interest mo during the year 2020, i-add mo yung dalawang to. Diba? Kasi, they pertain to the same year eh. So, dapat ang sagot nyo dyan is 111,757. Okay? Ayan. Yan lang ang gagawin nyo. Yan lang gagawin nyo hanggang matapos yan. Lalagay nyo lang ulit June 30, 2021, December 31, 2021, then another June 30, 2022, then December 31, 2022. So on and so forth. Hanggang dyan lang ang ko. Okay? Okay na yan. Kasi na-i-discuss na natin siya. Basta ang makikita, ang nyo lang dito, naka-semi-annual kasi. Kaya biglang dumami yung periods natin. Okay? The same procedures every year. Klaro? Next. Serial note or bond. Pag sinabi nating serial note or bond, they are payable in installments. Date of issuance, January 1, face amount 1.5, stated rate 0, effective rate is 10%, term 3 years, payment terms, equal principal repayments every December 31. So, ibig sabihin, yung face amount mo 1.5 million, binabayaran mo in installments. Diba? So, paano natin kukumpitin yan? Since naka non-interest bearing siya, guys, gagawin nyo lang, ordinary annuity ito. Okay? Yung 1.5 million mo, i-divide mo by 3 years. So, meron kang babayarang 500,000 per year. So, to compute for the present value, 500,000 times present value ordinary annuity lang yan. Compute na natin. Ready? 1.1. 3 periods. 1, 2, 3. So, gawin yung negative plus 1 divided by 0.10. So, magkano to? 2.4869. So, how much is the present value on January 1? 1,243,450. Alright? Nasundan? Okay. So, ang sagot natin na 1,243,450. Next, amortization schedule. Ganyan naman ang magiging mukha niya kapag naging serial note or bond siya, no? May principal repayment siya. Okay, tingnan nyo gagawin natin to. January 1, 2020, magkano to? 1,243,450. Next, December 31. How much is the principal repayment? That is 500,000. The first 500,000. For the true interest, guys, huwag nyo muna i-effect yung principal repayment. Kunin nyo kaagad siya sa 1,243,450 times 0.10. That is 124,345. How do you compute for the amount applied to principal? Tanggalin mo lang yung interest. Kasi since non-interest bearing note yan, nakapaloob kasi yung interest. So, minus natin yan sa 500,000. So, ang i-apply mo lang talaga sa principal is 375,655. Minusin mo na. Okay? Kasi nagkakaroon na ng partial repayment yan. So, ang carrying amount mo na lang is 867,795. Gets? Tuloy natin. December 31, 2021. Principal repayment is still 500. The second, true interest mo, 10%, 86,780. So, how much is the amount to be applied to your principal? That is 413,220. Kumbaga, tinatanggal ko lang yung interest sa loob ng principal repayment natin. Then, ima-minus ko na yan sa carrying amount. So, 454,575. Okay? Then, last one. Principal repayment is 500,000. For your true interest, guys, no? For the true interest, i-squeeze out na lang natin siya. So, dapat 0 na yung carrying amount. So, magkano i-apply to principal dapat natin? Magkano i-apply sa principal? That is 454,575. Okay, ayan. So, magkano ang difference nila? That is 45,425. Klaro? Ganyan usually gagawin sa dulo. I-squeeze out nyo na lang yung true interest, no? Para maiwasan yung rounding off difference natin. Gets? O, diba? Ganun lang. Yan ang effective interest method natin, guys. Kayang-kaya. Matrabaho lang. I think this is the last problem na. Yay! Last problem na to. Okay. Ito, comprehensive na to, guys. Bakit? Kasi stated rate na meron na siya, tapos ano pa siya? Serial note or bond. So, determine the present value. So, how do you compute for that? Isipin nyo nga. Sige. How do you compute? You have no choice but to apply the long method. Yung pinakita kong long method kanina sa time value of money natin, guys. Ayan. So, paano yan, sir? So, first, ano yun natin, ha? Yung first payment kasi magaganap ng December 31, 2020. Yung susunod, December 31, 2021. December 31, 2022. For the amount of principal repayment, palaging 500,000 yan. Plus interest equals future cash flows. Yan muna, future cash flows. So, a-add tayo, no? So, for the amount of interest, ang babasihan nyo dyan ay stated rate natin. Okay? For the interest, outstanding phase times stated rate tayo. So, since magkakaroon na ng first payment, yung magiging basihan ng interest mo will be the original face amount of 1.5 million times 6%. Okay? So, meron kang babayarang interest dyan 90. Next, after the first payment, hindi na 1.5 million outstanding face mo. 1 million na lang. So, doon sa second payment natin, hindi na 90,000 ang interest. Mababa na. 1 million times 6%. Kasi nagkaroon na ng repayment. 60. Okay? Then, before the last payment, 500 na lang ang natitira sa iyo dahil bayad na yung dalawang 500 eh. E di, 30,000 na lang siya. Okay? Yan. So, ang future cash flows natin, 590,000, 560,000, 530,000 times present value factor. Yan ang magiging present value. Wala tayong magagawa, guys. Unequal yung payments. Hindi natin magagawa yung annuities talaga. Clear? Okay. So, sundan nyo ako. Effective interest rate is 1.1. So, press your division sign 2 times. Isang beses mo na yung equal natin. So, yung first period natin, 0.9091. Next, second period natin, 0.8264. And for the third period, 0.7513. Okay? So, kayo na bahala, no? I-multiply nyo lang yan. Multiply, then add. Ako kasi gagamitin ko memory function na. 590 times 0.9091 m plus 560 times 8264 m plus 530,000 times 7513 m plus recall memory. So magkano ang ating present value? 1397342. So that will be your present value as of this January 1, 2020. Kaya? Grabe, no? Ganun talaga. Kayang-kaya yan. Okay? So, pakitandaan, 1397342. Tuloy natin, the last one. Same problem yan na nausog ko lang. For the amortization schedule, mas lalong nag-expand. Ready na? Okay. So, date. January 1, 2020. Sagot natin dyan kanina, 1397342. Yan. Oh, December 31, 2020. Magkano yung interest? Di ba 90 yun? 90,000. True interest, 1397342 times 10%. 139,734. Okay. Amortization mo, 49,734. Ano ba ina-amortize natin? Mas mataas ang effective rate. So, it is a discount. Okay? Then, magkakaroon ka pa ng principal repayment, 500,000. So, paano natin gagawin to, guys? Isa-isay na. 1397342. Okay? Plus discount amortization. Plus discount amortization of 49,734 minus principal repayment mo. Kasi nagkakaroon na ng partial repayment. So, bababa talaga siya. So, carrying amount, 947,076 pesos. Okay, nakuha. Ulitin ko. 1397342 plus the discount amortization, 49,734 minus 500,000. O, diba? O, second period. Tapusin na natin. Kayang-kaya to. Magkano interest received or paid natin? 60,000 na lang. True interest, 947,076 times 10%. 94,708. Discount amortization, 34,708. Principal repayment, 500,000. Okay. 94776 plus 34,708 minus 500,000. 481,784. Nakuha ba ako? Ganun lang guys, no? Ganun lang siya. Alright? Then, pagdating sa dulo, December 31, 2022, 0 na dapat yan. Diba? 0. Pero principal repayment mo is 500,000. Kunin mo na lang yung difference. Kano dapat amortization natin? 18,216. Ang interest received or paid, 30,000. Magkano in true interest mo? Ano gagawin mo? Add minus. Add dapat. Mas mataas ang true interest pag may discount O, di ba? Ganun lang. Tapos na. Yan ang effective interest method. Okay? Now, actually guys, tapos na tayo sa lesson. Pero may ibibigay akong isang secret formula natin. Secret lang to. Hindi malalaman ng iba. Shhh. Oh, ano yung secret formula natin? Actually, it's a shortcut formula, no? Shortcut formula natin to. Ano yung shortcut formula natin? Yung CV, beginning natin, multiply it by 1 plus EIR minus total collection or payment. So, pag sinabi kong total collection or payment, nandyan yung principal repayment at yung interest kasi. Gusto nyo try? O, try natin ha. Start from 1397. 1397342 times 1.10. Okay? Magkano yung total collection or payment? Di ba 590 minus 590? Nakuha ba si 947.76 pesos? Yes. Ay sir, okay mabilis siya. Applicable ba to sa mga prior problems natin? Yes. Practicein nyo na lang siya. Okay? Basta ang mahalaga na ibigay ko sa inyo ang shortcut formula. That's the gist of our lecture for today. Okay? And that's already the end of lesson for the time value of money and the effective interest method of amortization. So, I hope you have appreciated our learning for today, guys. No? Ayun. So, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Kasi mga free accounting lectures, i-share natin yan sa lahat ng pwede na kaya natin i-share. Okay? So, thank you for watching the video, guys. Stay safe.